All right, welcome back to Between the Learns, episode 4. I'm your host, Edward Crane, and boy, do we have an episode for you. Today is Tuesday, which, if you think about it, is basically Friday. And without anything else, let's get right to it. With me, as always, Olivia Jelsma, Aiden Savona, and Dr. Fitz. How are you all doing today?
Doing great. Enjoying National Friday.
Yeah.
All right, so joining us today are Mila Woodley and JoJo O'Hara from the USN varsity girls soccer team. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. It's an honor.
So first question is, you all had an interesting win against FRA last week. Can you just talk more about that, how that affected your seeding?
Well, I mean, just personally as a team, it was a really fun win because we went into the game not thinking that we were going to come out with a win. So that was exciting, but it did make the next games more challenging.
Yeah, and it was their senior night, and the girls were being a little harsh on the team, like the FRA girls, so it was fun to kind of like take it all the way to PKs and then win against them, and that like that's like the last resort kind of, so like that was just kind of, you know, a fun little thing. And we don't really practice PKs as a team, so it was fun to see everybody step up and like make, I think only one person missed their PK, so like it was just fun to see people be able to like rise to the occasion in that situation, and like a lot of pressure was riding on that. So.
How does it get decided who kicks the PKs?
Well, I mean, some teams like have a like preset, you know, roster, but we just kind of decided on the spot. Yeah.
Our coach was just like, we had no idea who was gonna take them.
Just who's having a good day.
Yeah,
basically.
You know.
Do you remember who it was on that day?
I took the last PK.
Yeah, I took the first one, and then Zell Jones, Annalise Rudolph, I think, Liv, my sister,
and
I think there's only 5.
It was 5. Yeah, because it was 5.
Nice, exciting.
Very.
You'll have a big game tonight against BGA at BGA. What does the team need to do to get the win?
I mean, we kind of held them at 2-0, or 0-2 last game, like until halftime, which was a big deal because like we thought we were gonna get Mercer Roll and leave by half. So like, I mean, as long as they have some good, like Keaton Mitchell, she's going to UT next year for soccer. She's like, we just have like somebody marking her the whole game, and like we're just really strict on defense. Like I think we're having 5 in the back instead of 4, and just like having somebody always marking Keaton. And like we already played them earlier, so we kind of know like what their weaknesses and what their strengths are.
Yeah, but I think we do keep surprising ourselves. So, I don't know. I think these harder games are always just really fun to see what happens.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it would be kind of a miracle to beat them. So.
Yeah, it would be a miracle, but you know.
Why not though?
Miracles
happen.
happen. Yeah.
Major upset.
Yeah, it would be really fun.
Who knows?
Underdogs, right? But yeah, I mean, if we have a good mindset going into it, and like not, you know, like we think that there's a possibility to like tie or beat them or whatever, then I think we could probably get pretty far in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one year. This is now a little USN sports history going back. It was I think 11 years ago. We lost to FRA twice in the regular season. We lost them in districts, we lost them in regions, and then we beat them in the state championship game.
Ooh.
So you never know. Stuff happens that you don't expect to happen. It can happen anytime.
Yeah.
BGA always seems to be a team that we run into in playoffs and all sports, like basketball, boys basketball last year. That was a really big game for them, getting past BGA. Baseball, that as one of our elimination games to move on. And now girls soccer, so really excited to see. I guess fate will bring its course. We'll see how that game goes. Excited to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited actually.
Should be a fun one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Looking back on the year as a whole, what has the team chemistry been like, and what role have you guys played as seniors on the team?
Well, it's just been really fun. Like, I mean, we've seen me and JoJo have seen this team through a lot of different phases in our 4 years, and I think it's just been fun to, like, see the growth that we've had in only, like, one season.
Yeah.
It's been really cool. And, like, I don't know, there's a lot of differences, but
Yeah. And, like,
it's fun.
as freshmen, we came onto the team, like, with Rainey, or with Dabney, Rainey, and Gemma, who all went on to play, like, college soccer. So it was, like, a very strong team. And so, but, like, then after they left, it was kind of, like, up to Eden and the seniors above us last year and kind of us to, like, figure out how to navigate a team of, like, mostly underclassmen who kind of, like, you know.
Well, it's just a different experience.
Yeah.
It was a different experience.
Yeah. No, it was a good learning experience.
Yeah.
It definitely taught us how to be, like, good leaders.
Yeah, it was definitely a good challenge in leadership.
Yeah. Like, nobody on the team as of right now is going to go on to play college soccer, most likely.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe so. But, yeah, so it's just,
Because
like,
she's mini Rainey.
yeah.
All right. Sounds exciting. I think that's all the questions I have. No.
Looking forward to checking you guys out later today. If you're listening to this podcast and you're not going to the girls' soccer game, you are making a huge mistake.
Yeah.
We need
Giant
you big time.
mistake. Absolute worst
It's gonna be
mistake of
fun.
your life.
Yeah.
It is unrecoverable. Be there.
Yep.
Be
Everybody
square.
remembers.
Yep.
Everybody remembers where they were when they saw the huge upset in sports.
Literally.
You know, and today could be the day where you see an upset that you'll never forget.
Yep.
Rush
Yeah.
the field, you won't be there for rushing the
Yeah.
field.
Oh my
Madness on the pitch.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank
Have
you
a good
so
one.
much.
It's very fun.
Best of luck tonight.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
guys.
Good luck.
Where do you listen to this? Like, where can I? Is it in the?
This is going to be on the Peabody. This is a great question for all our listeners. This is going to be on the Peabody
Yeah.
Press website and also at the USN YouTube broadcasting channel.
Oh yeah, I've watched
So
that.
just search USN broadcasting on YouTube. You will find this interview.
Yeah.
Won't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Six
You can look
six
back at
o'clock
all past
tonight,
ones,
BGA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be
6
there,
o'clock
be
tonight.
square.
Tonight.
Yeah.
That rhymes.
Theme is attendance.
Theme is attendance, as always.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our next segment is This Week in Tiger Athletics. Last Wednesday, the USN hockey team defeated Summit Page by a score of 6-2 with 2 goals from the young Aiden Osgener, 1 each for Benton and myself, and 2 assists from Ryan Barrett. Jordan Palmieri also had a very solid showing in net, as always. He is the wall. The swimming team will be getting their feet wet this week with the start of their season. Anyone have anything to say about that team as we look ahead?
Yeah, I mean, swimming is kind of was one of our prized programs last year. One of our many actually programs that went to state. The girls swim team especially now being led by Kara Grace, by Ivy, by Iris, by Lula. You know, this is going to be a really strong squad. Last year the girls won. Or I guess they actually set a state record for the 4x100 freestyle. No, it was a state record since like 1971. Just really, really impressive. And coming back for the boys is going to be Owen, Jacob, and Daniel on the boys team. You know, another strong squad. You know, we sent a few boys to state in swimming. Arnov. We sent William Grobmeyer, Owen, and Jacob last year. So really excited to watch them, like you said, get their feet wet this week.
Yeah, also on that 4x1 record we talked about, that was Kara Grace, Anna Hullen, Olivia Schwartz, and Olivia Barbieri. Last year there were 6 girls that went to state along with the 4 boys.
Yeah, and the big news with the swim program this year is Coach Carpino stepping down. Dr. Fitz, what would you like to see from the coaches stepping in this year?
Very few teams at USN have better team atmosphere than swimming does. Everybody cheers for each other. Everybody supports each other. Everybody cares for each other. cares about the race results of other team members, and they're watching those other races. So that's certainly something that Coach Carpenos and his assistants, Coach Stern, Coach Rosenthal, have done an excellent job of over time, and I certainly hope to see that continue. Great example to the rest of the teams at USN.
Yeah, really excited to get some new blood in our coaching staff. You know, it's always interesting to see what a new philosophy that a coach will bring into a team. It can be the making or breaking of a season sometimes. You know, just bringing in that new coach and them kind of spitting different kinds of fire to you. They can get you real fired up, and that could be the difference in a meet.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. The mountain biking team had a race this Sunday, so be sure to congratulate any of your friends on the mountain biking team if you see them in the hallways. Congratulate them on a good performance. That is all we have for this week.
I want to say one more thing, actually. Yeah. Sorry to contradict you, but if we're gonna have Jordan Palmieri as the wall for both hockey and soccer, can we just start calling him Jordan Wall-Mary? I feel like that works.
Yeah, I also want to make a point on Aiden Oskinner for the hockey team. You know, there's a great history with Aidens in sports. You know, they seem to be to do really well. You know, it's kind of like a personal history that we keep between us Aidens. It's really awesome to see a fellow Aiden succeed in sports.
I'm sure he feels the same way.
Yeah. Also, everyone should try to go out to the hockey games because they're just a great atmosphere to be at. So,
oh, totally. Those are some of the most exciting games. If you know, they call it packing the plex. You know, if you get all of your friends up on the plex, banging on the boards, it really fires up the guys. Edward could tell you. You know, it's really an awesome atmosphere. If you want to go out and see Edward, just go deck someone or hit a slap shot from across the ice. That is the place to be.
When is our next opportunity to see USN hockey?
Yeah, so this coming Monday, October 17th, at Centennial Sportsplex. I am not totally sure of the time, but we'll be facing the Rutherford Rampage, the newest team to the G-Nash Hockey League, composed of all the Rutherford County schools. They are looking to be our toughest competition so far, so we will definitely need as much support as we can get out there.
And that is still fall break. So if you're in town,
no
there's
excuses. No excuses. You have to be there or we will find you. I'm just kidding. We will cut that out.
Theme is attendance, as is common lately. Theme is attendance. So with that, we'll wrap up the podcast for this week. For Dr. Fitz, Olivia Jelsma, and Aiden Savona, I'm Edward Crane. This has been Between the Learns. If you haven't checked out our previous podcast, please check them out on the Peabody Press website or the USN Broadcasting YouTube. That'll be it. We'll see you next week. Have a good fall break.